Hi everyone, Kate from Crocoblock is here and welcome to this new video. Today I'd like to cover the topic of dynamic templates. What are dynamic templates? How to install and use them in your projects? And why can dynamic templates become the game-changing experience for you? Watch this and much more in today's video. First of all, I'd like to mention that dynamic templates are available for all lucky owners of Crocoblock All-Inclusive Yearly and All-Inclusive Lifetime sets absolutely for free. So guys, if you're still not among them, I'd recommend you getting one of these sets or upgrading your current subscription right over here. So, what are dynamic templates? You probably have seen tons and tons of website templates over the internet that are pretty well designed, but the problem is that they are, I would say, static, which means that once you've found and imported a suitable template, you still need to create lots of custom pages, set taxonomies, adjust relations, come up with contact or booking forms, and so on. Lots of things to do, right? On the other hand, dynamic templates are fully functional pre-made websites powered by Jet plugins. They've been created and pre-coded by Crocoblock team with lots of love, which means that all relations are set, all filters are working, custom post types and taxonomies adjusted, and all you need to do is customize it a bit to make it look nice and unique. Dynamic templates easily cover different business niches, so you have a wide range of projects to choose and work on in the future. Currently, we have 9 dynamic templates that can be installed with the help of Crocoblock Installation Wizard. So let's see how it's done. First of all, I'd like to show you how to install one of the dynamic templates from the very beginning. Here we have a new and clean WordPress website, no plugins, no media, no pages. First thing we need to do is go to Crocoblock account page and download the latest version of Crocoblock Installation Wizard. Now let's install it just like any other plugin. Go to Plugins, Add New, click on Upload Plugin and choose the plugin archive from your local storage. Then click Install Now. Activate the plugin and click on Let's Go. Okay, so over here we can enter the license key to proceed further. Here we can choose the type of installation and I'll go for the full Crocoblock installation. Over here, we can choose 1 out of 5 most compatible with Elementor themes or proceed with the one you already are using. I don't have any theme installed yet, so I'll proceed with the Kava theme because it's 100% compatible with all Crocoblock products. Here, I'll choose Use Child Theme and click Continue. Once the theme is installed, we can select a template for our website. There are 2 types of templates, design and dynamic templates. Today we're talking about the last ones. So as of now, there are 9 fully functional dynamic website templates. Zolden, a template for a WooCommerce shop. Once, template for a beauty spa website. Bali Rento, template for property bookings. Car Dealer, template for a car sale marketplace. CutCloud, template for a barbershop website. MedCenter, a template for medical center website. Foreo, template for the mini hotel site. Grand Hotel, template for a hotel site. And Rent Go, template for car rental site. As you already noticed from the title of this video, we'll be creating a hotel booking website. So these two templates, Foreo and Grand Hotel, would be the best options to use in this case. Both of them have been pre-coded and designed to cover the hotel booking niche. I'll go for the Grand Hotel and simply click on Start Installation. Right here, we can configure the plugins. Please make sure you have all required plugins checked, and if you want to add some extra functionality to your website, you surely can check other available plugins. Let's click Continue. Good. So, it took me less than 3 minutes to get it installed, and now we can decide what to do with the demo content. Either append it to the existing content or replace the one we have with the demo. In my case, I'll use the second option, but if you already have some content added to your website, think carefully when choosing one of these two and going any further. And right here, for the safety of all your content on the website, you need to enter your password and confirm it prior to moving on. Right now, it took me less than 4 minutes to import sample data and regenerate thumbnails of media files, which is super fast. So now we can check out the website of ours to see what it looks like on the front end. So here's our nice looking homepage. Let's see what it's got. A header with logo, simple menu and contacts, a section with availability search, which is super good. Here we can select the check-in and check-out dates, number of people, and see what rooms are available for booking. Nice! So here we can see the listing grid with available rooms, and we can even see the room details. Okay, so right here we have a single page template of the room with the title and rating, price and excerpt, room parameters and facilities, some additional info, and Book Now button. Once I click on it, the pop-up with the booking form appears. So let's try to book a room. Let's say we'll book it for 2 days and 2 guests. Also, let's add some additional services as well. You see, it automatically counts the total price, which is super great, right? So let's click Next. Okay, so right here, we can enter the personal info and click Continue. Good, so we're back to the homepage, and here we also have a listing grid with the really stylish layout that actually has been created with the help of Inject Alternative Listing Items option, which means that basically we have 2 different listing items designs that are displayed one by one in this listing grid. Okay, so right here we have another listing grid with different services available in the hotel, and at the bottom, a lovely footer with location address and contact info, as well as the advanced map that we will adjust in a minute. Okay, so what else? Let's go back to the top. Rooms and location links in the menu. So, Rooms opens the page with the list of categories of the rooms available. Here we see a listing grid and some info for the guest. And Location brings us to the page with pretty much the same info that we have in the footer, address details, and contacts. But on this page, the footer is different. It's got only the map. So now we know some basic things that have already been pre-coded for us and can surely proceed with customization to make our website look unique. So here's our WordPress dashboard with a pretty good amount of new information compared to what we've seen before. First of all, let's go to plugins to see how many of them have been installed. Okay, so 11 plugins. These are Crocoblock Wizard, Elementor, 8 CrocoJet plugins, and WooCommerce. So basically, you need only 11 plugins to have a pretty neat and lovely hotel booking website. Now let's take a look at the settings of some core plugins just to have a better understanding of how they've been set up and what we're actually working with. So let's start with JetEngine. Here in the dashboard, we have 4 modules enabled, which is enough for basic functioning, but you can surely add more functionality simply by taking these features. I'll stick with the default ones in this video, but if you want to learn more about some additional features of JetEngine plugin, feel free to check out our video tutorials and knowledge base articles as well. So, here we can import or export skins and import configuration parts from presets if needed. And right here we can generate shortcodes too. Okay, let's move on to the next one. JetEngine post types. So guys, there are default posts in the WordPress and you all know that they can be found right here. But the problem is that they are very basic and limited. That is why we decided that you guys should totally have a possibility to create your own custom post types with a wide range of meta fields to choose from and an opportunity to customize all these settings in the one place. As you can see, our hotel site has 2 CPTs, rooms and services. Let's open rooms to see what fields have been automatically created for us. So here's some general info, labels that can be changed to your liking, pre-adjusted advanced settings, and if you want to learn more info on these ones, please follow the link in the description. And 27 meta fields that allow us to add different information to the post in various field types, like text or media, radio or switcher, gallery, and so on. And guys, you can surely take some time to go over each of the fields to have a better understanding of how and why they've been set up like this. Okay, so what else? JetEngine Listings and JetEngine Forms. Let's start with the first one, JetEngine Listings. Here we see 6 listings that have been successfully imported along with the template. We have seen them on the front end already actually. Remember those stylish layouts of rooms and services on the homepage? Or a list of available rooms with the room details button? Yes guys, these are listing grids that consist of listing items, and here's the place where we can customize these items, change their layouts and appearance too. So for example, let's open Rooms listing item. Here we can see that for the most part it has been created with the help of dynamic widgets, like dynamic image, dynamic link, or dynamic field. And also with the help of simple headline or star rating widgets, but with embedded JetEngine dynamic tag functionality in it. So all the data that we see right here is being dynamically pulled from the post of the room's custom post type. Let me show you where it can be changed and adjusted. Let's go back to the dashboard. So guys, just to make it clear, we create and manage our custom post types in JetEngine, but we add posts to it, or in this case rooms, right here in the Rooms section. We had economy room info displayed in the Elementor, so let me show you this post on the back end. There we go. Here's where we can edit the info. Let me quickly make some changes to the post. Okay, and right now let's click Update. Go back to the listing item in the Elementor and refresh the page. You see, it changes the data automatically, so the only thing that you need to do is customize it to your liking on the back end. Okay, so right now let's proceed to JetEngine Forms. Here's the place where you can find and edit single-page booking form, the one that we submitted a few minutes ago. Let's click on Edit to see how it has been set up. Okay, 13 fields and a Submit button. Guys, if I were you, I'd be more than happy that it is already preset and adjusted, and I don't need to spend my time on figuring out how to set up the check-in out field, calculate additional services, and what's more important, think of the proper calculation formula to make it work. Let's take a closer look at the additional services fields, A, B, and C, and adjust them a little bit so you can see the changes. Okay, so as you can see, the type of this field is checkbox, and fill options from is set to manual, which means that right here, we can easily change the value, the label, and the calculate number. So let's apply the changes and proceed to the next one. Okay, so as you can see, this one is also identical to the first one, and the only thing that we can do is change the information in the manual field. Okay, so let's make it $18. Good. Let's apply the changes and proceed to the third one. Same thing here. I will change the price and the label as well. Good. So now let's open the total field to check out the formula. So as you can see, a lot of information, and it's kind of complicated to understand what it means, but it's very easy actually. So dates multiplied by apartment price calculates the price for selected period of time, plus dates multiplied by guests and multiplied by additional services A calculates the price of the first service, which is breakfast, for the selected number of guests and selected period of time, plus guests multiplied by additional services B calculates the price for the second service, shuttle or transfer to the hotel, according to the number of guests, plus dates multiplied by additional services C calculates the price of the third service, car parking, for the period of time selected. And in overall, it sums up all this information and gives us the total price number. Okay, let's apply the changes and go back to the form. Here we also have a page break field that gives us the opportunity to split our form into 2 pages. And the rest of the fields like heading, text, and submit are pretty easy to figure out, so I'll not stop here. Now let's scroll a bit down and take a look at the post-submit actions/notification settings of the form. Here we have apartment booking action added. What it does, it actually connects our form with the booking functionality that is powered by the JetBooking plugin, this one right here. So we can see that the apartment ID and the check-in, check-out date fields are mapped already, as well as the database columns that refer to the order ID, additional services, quantity of rooms, guests, and total price. And the total field is also selected for the WooCommerce price, which means that the total price that has been calculated with the help of that complex formula that we went over a few minutes ago is being used by the WooCommerce payment system. So that's pretty much it for the booking form itself. And I know that you might wonder, where did we get those database columns? Well, guys, they've also been automatically set up for us during the template installation procedure, and they can be found in the JetBooking plugin settings. Here they are. additional table columns that store all the information about the client's order from the submitted forms. A bit at the bottom, we see general booking settings with the room's CPT selected as the related post type for booked instances, booking period set to per nights, and WooCommerce integration enabled. Guys, if you want to learn more information about the JetBooking plugin and its settings, feel free to check out the JetBooking for Elementor Comprehensive Guide video. So, right now, let's see our first order. Simply click on the bookings, and there it is. Here we can view the details of the order. Right here, we can edit the information if needed, change the status of the order, change the room, add, edit, or remove other information, as well as the order itself. Right now, let's take a look at the pop-up that has been created for us too. Here's the booking details pop-up that we used to book a room on the front end. Let's open it with Elementor. Okay, so as you can see, the main feature of this pop-up is the Crocoblock form widget that is being used to display the form that we've seen on the backend a few minutes ago. This lovely widget gives us the opportunity to style our form just the way we need. If you click on the cogwheel right here, you will find the settings of the pop-up itself, where you can also change the outlook of the pop-up container, close button, and pop-up overlay. And in the settings block, you can select the animation type. Other settings are not really required to use in this case because this pop-up is attached to the Book Now button in the single page template. Let me show you where it is. Go to the dashboard, hover on Crocoblock, and click on the Theme Builder. Here's the place where all theme parts of our website are located. Header and footers, we'll get back to them a bit later, archive and single. So let's open a single room template. There it is. Here you can customize its appearance, design its layout, and style the widgets to the bits. It's been created with the help of JetEngine Dynamic Widgets, so just like in the listing item, all this info is being dynamically pulled from the backend, which means that if anything changes in the room post in the dashboard, it will automatically change on the front end as well. Very handy, right? So yeah, also guys, if you see these gray widgets, don't worry, it just means that this particular info is not available for this post. For example, when I changed the economy room info, I disabled free parking, elevator, cable TV, spa services, and so on for this particular room. That is why we don't see it here right now. Okay, so let's scroll a bit down and click on the button widget to open its settings. Just like any other widget, it can be easily styled to your desire here in the widget style settings. But let's open Advanced Settings tab and click on the JetPopup accordion block. Here is our booking details pop-up that is attached to the Book Now button. And as you can see, it is being triggered by click on the widget. Simple as that. Okay, so shall we go back to the theme parts? First, let's open the header. We can see that our header consists of 4 widgets: site logo, navigation menu, heading, and icon list. Site logo can be easily changed right here. Navigation menu widget pulls the menu created in the dashboard. So if you want to add or remove menu parts, you need to do it there. Open Dashboard, go to Appearance, Menus. Here's the Home page, Rooms page, and Location. Okay, so let's go back to the header and change the phone number, for example. Good. Let's update the changes and open the main footer template. As you can see, this is the footer that is being used on all of the website pages except for the location page. Here in the left column, we have the location address that can be easily changed to the one you need, phone number and email that are also fully editable, and in the right column, we have an advanced map widget. I did mention this widget in the beginning, remember? As you can see, it is not working properly as of now. And that is due to the fact that we didn't specify the Google Maps API key in the Jet Elements plugin settings. Let me show you where it has to be entered. Let's go back to the dashboard and click on the Jet plugin settings in the Crocoblock section. Here's the place where you can manage the settings of almost all Crocoblock Jet plugins, as well as find links to handy tutorials and other useful info. Let's go to Jet Elements, Integrations, and right here in the Google Maps section, you can enter the key with no problems. And if you don't know how to obtain one, here you will find link to Google Maps documentation on this topic. So the key is entered, now we can go back to the footer template and refresh the page. There we go, works perfectly fine. What do we have left? Guys, let's check out what filters are there in the Smart Filters section. Here we see 3 filters. 2 of them, check-in and guests, are actively used on the home page, and the last one has been added just as an example, in case you create a lot of different rooms and you will need to categorize them by the room types. So let's open the first one, check-in filter, to see how it's been set up. Filter labels are the same, but you can change them to your liking for sure. Filter type is set to the date range and is filtered by the metadate. Date format is set to months, days, and years, but again, you can surely change it to the one that fits your website the most, and you can use the date picker formats list for that. Placeholders are optional, and the most important feature is query variable. Right here, the proper queried field key has to be specified. And if you take a look at the bottom of the page, you will find Notes section with the little hints. So check-in_checkout key allows us to filter available booking instances by the check-in and checkout dates. Good. So let's go back to the filter section and open the guests filter. Okay, again, filter labels are the same. Filter type is set to select, and the data source is set as manual input, which means that this info 1, 2, 3, and 4 has been entered manually, and you can surely add or remove any of these options if needed. Placeholder is optional. Is checkbox meta field is disabled because we don't need to filter from the checkbox meta field type. And query settings. Query variable is set to _guest, which is the meta field name or key or ID, whatever you call it. And the comparison operator is set to greater than or equals, which means that it will filter the rooms by the number of guests that can fit into these rooms. Okay guys, so right now let's open the home page of the website to see what widgets have been used to display these filters on the front end. Go to the pages and open homepage with Elementor. So here is the top section of the page with a nice looking availability search panel that has been created with the help of simple headings and JetSmartFilters widgets. First one is Date Range Filter. It uses the check-in filter from the dashboard to filter the rooms by dates. Our rooms are the posts of the JetEngine Rooms custom post type. That is why here, in this Filter For field, JetEngine option is selected. This widget has been perfectly styled by our designers, but you can experiment with your imagination right here in the Style tab. The next one is Select Filter widget. It uses the guests filter from the dashboard as well. Here are the 4 options that we've seen on the back end. And again, since we are filtering the rooms, right here, JetEngine has to be selected too. And the last one, Apply Button widget. It also has to be used for the JetEngine filtering in this case. Here, the Apply Redirect option is enabled and the redirect path is set in this field. Guys, there is a possibility that here you'll see the link to our demo website. Don't worry about that, just simply replace that link with your custom one. You'll need to specify the full hotel rooms page URL or leave it like this. Oh, and I almost forgot, query ID. All 3 of these widgets have been queried by the main listing ID. Why? Because if multiple filter widgets of the same provider, which is JetEngine in our case, are used on the same page and the results of the filtering are shown on another page, the listing grid that shows the results has to be interconnected with the filters, so it would work in conjunction. Let's open the hotel rooms page in Elementor. Click on the listing and go to Advanced tab. Right here, you will find the unique query ID that is specified in each filter widget of ours. Okay, so let's close this window. If we scroll a bit down, we'll see some heading widgets and the text editor as well that can be customized to your liking. And right here, you will find the listing grid with Inject Alternative Listing Items option enabled. So as you can see, here we have 2 listing items, first one and the second one. They can actually be edited right here just by clicking on this little icon, or you can edit them in the JetEngine Listings section as well. Okay, so I won't make any changes right here, but guys, you're totally welcome to do so if you want. Okay, so let's go back to the homepage and open the second listing item. As you can see, the layout of the second one is completely the same, but mirrored. Okay, so let's return to the homepage one more time and scroll way down. Good. So as you can see right here, we have another listing grid, but with the services listing item. It is very basic. It's got just dynamic image widget that pulls the thumbnail of the post itself, then dynamic field with the title, and dynamic field with the content of the post. So these posts in this listing grid can be found in the services section of the dashboard. So let's go to the dashboard. And right here in the services, you can add, remove, or edit the posts to your liking. Okay, so guys, that's pretty much it for today. In a short amount of time, we've imported, customized, and set up the main features of the hotel booking website.
Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was useful, and if so, don't forget to give it a like. I hope that you love dynamic templates and they will help you to create even more cool projects for your clients. And we'll keep working on expanding the template range so you could cover even more niches. So guys, please feel free to comment this video, share your ideas with us on our GitHub page, and join our friendly Facebook community. Cheers, guys!